Okay. I just saw this morning. This is from yesterday. This particular article, anyway. A Viking skeleton DNA test proves historians wrong. The remains of a powerful Viking, long thought to be a man, was in fact a real-life Xena warrior princess. You notice how they had to throw in Hollywood there. Xena. Anyway, this was released Friday. This evidence, whatever. The lady war boss was buried in the mid-10th century along with deadly weapons and 2 horses, leading archaeologists and historians to assume she was a man. See how they assume? Wrong. It's actually a woman, somewhere over the age of 30 and fairly tall too, 5'6". This woman told them, and she was likely in charge. Aside from the complete warrior equipment buried along with her sword, an axe, a spear, armor-piercing arrows, a battle knife, shield, and 2 horses, she had a board game in her lap, a more war-planning game, used to try out battle tactics much like they do today, which indicates she was a powerful military leader. She most likely planned, led, and took part in the battles. Discovery marks the first genetic proof that women are Viking warriors, but we all knew that anyway without the genetic proof. It was first found and excavated by a Swedish archaeologist, however you say this dude's name, in the late 1800s. A few years ago, this lady from Stockholm University noticed that skeleton had fine cheekbones and feminine hip bones. They couldn't tell that, you know. They conducted DNA analysis and confirmed it was a female. The image of the male warrior in patriarchal society was reinforced by research traditions and contemporary preconceptions. Hence, the biological sex of the individual was taken for granted, of course. Didn't even look any further there. That's all of it on this. And there was where the research was from there. Anyway, see how they just assumed it was a man there, you know, didn't even look any further at the skeleton to look at its features and everything. Cat, he's asleep on the table over there. It's so cute. Skitty. It's okay, go back to sleep, buddy. It's just a pencil. Okay, and here's from this other place. Viking armies let women lead, DNA proves. That's what it's talking about. It was that. Anyways, there's the skeleton and the horses. There. So that's just an illustration of the grave based on the original photograph. Why can't they show the original photograph? It's weird. Anyway. See, of course they put the Wonder Woman to Hollywood. Of course. She's a real life military leader, they're saying. So why is that so shocking for people to believe? You know, well, never mind, look at how. Anyway, okay. And here's from Ancient Origins, about it too. I'll have to look that up in just a minute. I don't know why I didn't, Gerb. Anyway, I got it. Anyway, and another thing or two. Anyway, there we go. This grave has been the example of what a Viking warrior burial should look like for over a century. There, and then again it's saying, and it assumed it was a man, but it wasn't. There's the illustration again. So, it's just, there's some more, articles you can click on there. A Swedish woman who defeated the Danish army. Anyway, in the powerful Valkyries, as icons of female force and fear. Anyway, you know, with their agendas and stuff that, they throw these links in there. Anyway, this is just going over what it said before. This says, the Viking warrior female showed genetic affinity to present-day inhabitants of the British Islands, England and Scotland, the North Atlantic Islands, Scandinavia, and to a lesser extent Eastern Baltic Europe. Cool. Look, they used a strontium isotope analysis on 3 molar teeth from the lower jaw. Anyway, that's showed that the woman was a non-local who had moved to Birka. That's interesting, isn't it? Okay, anyway. They're just going more in depth with this. They're going more into it than the other articles did, so, anyway. Here you go there. This stuff. That's from the series Vikings. I don't watch TV, so I don't know nothing about TV stuff, so. Anyway. This is really interesting. And here is Birka. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, of course. There, so I'll leave all these links below here, and there's where it is there. Near Stockholm. So, anyway, and here, I had posted about this a long time ago, and it's showing the video. Please stop.
The ring was found in a grave belonging to a 9th century woman.
Thank you. Okay, you can't hear it, but I don't want it to play because, see, copyright shit. It sheds new light on ancient ties. Islamic ring. It was in a woman's grave, it says. Anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. From the 9th century. So, and that goes right along with this. Here's when she was buried, so. No, I don't want to give you feedback. Go away. Anyway. Okay. And then, wait. I had something else and I put it away. Well, it'll be below. It's about the genetic ancestry of the UK there. About the Welsh and everything. Anyway, I'll leave it below too. I thought it was interesting. It went along with this kind of thing. And here, this about a tsunami mentioned in Anglo-Saxon literature devastated the west coast of the UK in 1014. May be triggered by an asteroid. So, and think about, this made me think of Doggerland. Look that up, Doggerland. Anyway, put that out there too. So, anyway, and then here we go on with this about the women. I mentioned this yesterday in a video, but I didn't get to go into it too much. And I'm glad I didn't because of this. Here. So, anyway, new study questions archaic views on gender roles, showing women as cultural leaders. And it said, let's see, what did it say? Shit, I'm sorry. It said something about how the women would migrate to where the men were, or something to that effect. They would move to when they moved to their new homes, they brought different ideas and everything, technology and customs and stuff. Said that women moved around a lot more back then, because, like I said, we're more tribal back then and stuff, and moved around, like, anyway. Okay, and then this, I'd done a little show about this. I think it was about 30-40 minutes long, talking about this and a few other things that were found there. Female statue in Turkey challenges common perceptions of women in the ancient world. This is older than It may not be older. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, it's older than the other there. I think. Or maybe. I'm not good with these date things, I'm sorry. About the statue uncovered at Tiamat in Turkey. They first said it was a goddess and shit, that now they're saying, oh, like I knew it already, that it was like she was a political figure, whatever you call it, you know, and it goes along with this here, so, what was that? Okay, so, anyway, there, I was here. But yeah, I'll leave the link to that below too, and everything. So, this was found near the Syrian border. You know, what's all that's going on there now and stuff, too, with, Deir ez-Zor, there, near Deir Europus, and with ISIS and all that. So, how they've been destroying these ancient sites, allegedly. But you know, if they did destroy them, they got everything important out of it and stuff. So we won't never see a lot of it. You know, they just show us what they want us to see, type of thing. So, but you know, with this, they're pushing the empowerment of women and stuff and everything. But you know, like I said yesterday, I believe that, you know, men and women work together. That's the way we're made. You know, to complement each other, you know. So, anyway, I just wanted to put this out there. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting there that how they are quick sometimes to jump and say things and not even really looking into it and assuming, you know, and much like these a lot of these scientists and historians and stuff. But anyway, like I said, go with, you know, look for yourself and stuff and see. Oh shit, oopsie. But yeah, like I said, we're meant to work together, not just one over the other. And that's, you know, you gotta look at that too, the agenda they're pushing to when they show us this stuff. But then remember how they put down both sexes in the past and everything to keep us from realizing that. And this is another example of how they're doing that. But anyway, just something to think about there. So, we need to see, that, work past, everybody needs to work past the differences, and men and women, this is what I'm talking about. Don't let them get between us trying to get together and make the world a better place. So, anyway, you know, various groups and organizations out there that are set out to specifically do that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't even want to say their name. Anyway, much love, y'all, and have a great day. And I hope you learned something from it, because I did. You know, so anyway, I'll see y'all later.